Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Amma, and if you're returning, thanks for tuning in once again. Welcome to episode 2 of Conversations with Your Engineering Big Sis. It's been a minute because life happens. I've been active on YouTube though, just haven't really continued the series. So let's get back into it. If you missed the first video, definitely go watch it because I was answering some of the frequently asked questions I get about being an engineer. I went over the type of engineer I am, salary expectations, how to become an engineer, and a bunch of other topics. So definitely go check that out. For today's episode, we're going to be talking about securing your first engineering internship. It can be a really daunting experience trying to get your first internship, but I'm going to walk y'all through it. Before we dive into this, I'm going to tell y'all my experience. Just some background. COVID happened around my sophomore year of college, going into my junior year of college. That's when I feel like the world went haywire. So that definitely impacted the whole internship experience. I mean, it impacted a lot of things in the world, not just that. I didn't get my first engineering internship until junior year of college because COVID happened sophomore year. There was not that many internships going on. Everybody was kind of focused on being alive, and also just being with your families and not really thinking about internships. So I had no industry experience. The experience I had was mostly extracurricular activities. Like I was in a lot of student organizations. I was BSU president. I was in a student government. I was also a research assistant in a lab. I would say the most closely related extracurricular activity was probably my lab assistant job because, biology research, that's part of biomedical engineering. My resume was pretty dry. I had obviously my educational background, which was the fact that I was pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering. I also had all the extracurriculars that I was involved in on my resume. As I stated previously, I was also a TA. I would say that definitely helped me a lot. I was a TA for an engineering class which had to do with coding, and coding is essential. Coding is a good look. So the fact that I was TAing that class definitely was a good look for my resume. A lot of companies dropped their internship opportunities pretty early on. So I remember applying to a whole bunch of different internships. Honestly, off the top of my head, I can't name the ones I applied to, but whatever I saw, I applied to, and it was mostly through LinkedIn. February comes around and I get an interview for a company that I was very interested in. This was Takeda. Takeda is a pharmaceutical company. If you're not aware, Takeda is a very big company, huge. So they were hiring for a project management internship. So not directly engineering, but when I was interviewing, the hiring manager explained to me that the reason why she was picking me is because the project that I was working with was very biomedical engineering related. And they wanted a project manager who would understand the technical side of things. And so me being a biomedical engineering student was ideal because I did have that technical knowledge to understand the projects, understand realistic timelines to help manage that specific project. So long story short, come April, I find out I got the internship. I was really excited because it's my first internship. Even though it was not an engineering internship, it was a project management internship at a pharmaceutical company for an engineering project. So I was like, yeah, a win is a win. I went to that internship with the hope that I was going to get, a return offer, or I would get a part-time internship for my senior year of college. And that's exactly what I did. The summer internship was meant to be about 3 months long, which is basically the duration of the summer. I went into that internship ready to learn, ready to expand my knowledge, but also most importantly to build connections. Corporate America is built on connections. I was always introducing myself to people. I was, setting up one-on-ones throughout the week with other people that I don't usually interact with as a company. I was connecting with them on LinkedIn, having conversations. If there was any in-person events, I would try to go. There was not that many of those because, mind you, it was still in the COVID era. Everything was pretty much remote. I only came to the office a couple of times. The end of the internship is coming around, and the engineer that I was mainly working working with let me know that, oh, he was interested in hiring me part-time to continue to work on this project even after the summer. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, because this was perfect. I needed this experience for my resume because freshman year had gone by, sophomore year had gone by, it's junior year. I'm about to graduate in a year and I only have one internship under my belt. That summer internship ended up being a part-time internship that went through the rest of my senior year. And then when I graduated, they hired me full-time. So that internship led to my first full-time role outside of college. That was a little background into my first internship. The first question that I do want to answer that I think is on a lot of college students' minds is, how do you get your first engineering internship with no experience? I hope my little story time helped to boost a little bit of morale. I got my first engineering internship with no experience, but I do have to acknowledge that that was a different time. That was during the COVID era, and right now the job industry is kind of a mess and a maze. I'm hoping that it does get better and praying it does get better because it's ridiculous right now. However, there's ways around this. You can capitalize on your engineering project. The way engineering projects are handled are very similar to the way projects work in the industry. So you can really capitalize on those projects. I would definitely put those projects in your LinkedIn profile, put that somewhere in your field related experience. I had that on my resume. I picked 2 projects that I was very proud of that I felt like were very relevant to my major, and I put them on my resume. You have no experience, but you do have those projects. I know everybody hates to do projects, but they can help you secure a job. Additionally, you want to put some relevant coursework on your resume. I picked specific engineering coursework that I felt like were very relevant to the industry that I wanted to work in, which was the biotech, pharma, med device industry. So I picked medical device design, I picked biomedical imaging, statistics. I had also taken a Lean Six Sigma class, which is very relevant in the industry. Right underneath my bachelor's degree, I put relevant coursework. I said, boom. I would highly suggest that you put that in your resume. Another thing that's very important is being involved in specific student organizations. For instance, NESB. Being a part of NESB is so important. I know so many people that have gotten job opportunities at a NESB conference through NESB networking. It's an amazing organization. For those who don't know what NESB is the National Society of Black Engineers. I would highly recommend. Another organization is SWE, which is the Society of Women Engineers. These 2 organizations, pretty much everybody in the industry knows what these organizations are. Even in job applications, they will ask if you were involved in one of these organizations. I don't know if they play a part in whether or not you get the job, but it's better to be a part of it than not. You know, you don't lose anything by being a part of these organizations, so you might as well be a part of it. I went to some SWE events, but not as much, so I don't really claim to be a part of SWE, but I do claim to be a part of NESB because I was really involved. And if you're a part of these clubs, definitely take advantage of the networking events that they have, take advantage of the fairs they have, the conferences they have. You build connections at those conferences and fairs, and you never know who's going to help you get your first job. And some people get job offers on the spot. One thing that you definitely need to get your first internship is a solid resume. If your resume is not solid, like, what are you doing? Like, that is the golden ticket to landing a job or your first internship. You need to make sure your resume is less than 1 page, no typos, it's legible, clean. And as I stated before, include some relevant coursework. Pick 1 or 2 projects that you've worked on that are relevant to your major or the job you may be applying to. Put the 2 organizations that you're involved in on the resume, and technical skills. There's so many technical skills that you gain from your different coursework. For instance, I was forced to take a coding class as part of my major. Because of that, I'm able to code in Python and MATLAB. Those are skills. There's jobs that require those skills. So those are listed in my resume. Python, MATLAB coding experience. Boom. I was also a Python TA, so that kind of increases, my level of expertise. Additionally, I had to do computer-aided design for a bunch of my engineering projects. That's a skill. There's jobs that require computer-aided design. If you have experience with statistics or different statistical methods, Office, put down your resume. If you have experience with specific tools, put those on your resume. And I'm not talking about Microsoft Office. In this age, who does not have experience with Microsoft Office? Who has not worked with at least Microsoft Word? I honestly don't think putting Microsoft Office on your resume is relevant or does anything essential, because everybody should have experience with Microsoft Office. The one Microsoft Office tool I would say that if you do have experience with, definitely put down your resume is Microsoft Project, because that one is essential, especially for like project manager roles. A lot of companies will require you to have some sort of Microsoft Project experience. So if you have that, definitely put that on the resume. Another thing that I want to stress is for internships and co-ops, companies are not looking for people who know everything. They obviously know you don't know. One, you're still in college. Two, you haven't worked before in that specific industry. So they don't expect you to know a lot of things. It's more about the curiosity and the willingness to learn, as well as the ability to learn quickly. These things are more important for companies than you knowing, because they know you don't know. Like, I didn't know nothing. Obviously, you should prepare for your job interviews, but if you don't know something, just say you don't know. You're not expected to know. You're a college student who's interviewing for an internship. You learn. This is different from somebody who's graduated from college who's trying to land a specific full-time job. Even then, there's instances where you just have to be honest and just say you don't know. Simple. As opposed to trying to finish your way, because sometimes a company will say, okay, if this person knows so much, like, we don't need them as an intern. You know, we're looking for somebody who doesn't have that knowledge or expertise so that we can teach them. You should definitely stress how you're able to work well in groups, teams, stress how you're able to learn or adapt quickly. Those things are very important for an intern, because as an intern, you're basically like at the bottom of the ladder. You should be able to work well with whoever you're assigned to. You should be able to learn quickly and also adapt quickly. You also need to show your passion. You need to show them why you're even interested in working at this company. You need to show them why you're even majoring in this specific field. You also need to prioritize your LinkedIn profile. If I go to your LinkedIn profile and you don't even have a display picture, what are you doing? Please fix your LinkedIn profile. At least have a profile picture, have a little bio description, put your education in there, put any relevant coursework in there, relevant projects, skills, put all that in there. Connect with your peers, connect with your professors, build a solid network and a solid LinkedIn profile. That's gonna help you a lot, because a lot of companies now will go look at your LinkedIn profile and they go over there and it's given a 0 out of 10. Like, fix it, please. To summarize, you need a good resume, good LinkedIn profile. You need to prepare for your job interviews, but also show your passion, curiosity, ability to learn quickly, and ability to adapt. You need to join different student organizations such as NSBE, SWE, or any academic related student organizations. You need to incorporate all of these points I have discussed to help you secure your first engineering internship. If you found this video helpful, comment which stage you're in. Are you searching for a job, applying, interviewing? What year are you in college? Are you a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, or are you even a high school student watching my video? Please let me know in the comment section, just so I can get an idea of where majority of people are, so I can also make sure my videos are based on where the majority of my audience is. If you have any specific questions that you want me to answer, please put them in the comment section and I will try to get to them. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and if you have not yet hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button and join the family. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll be back with more videos.